Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for wakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que él tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo que
No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
All right. How about that? We good now? All right. My settings were screwed up. Oh man. Had myself on a nope, no one's deaf, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the mime 7:10 a.m. Those are the last words you're gonna hear. No, we're just gonna mime stuff from here on out, guys. No, good morning, good morning. It's 7:10 a.m., guys. How's everyone's weekend? How is everyone doing this morning? Let's get back up in here. Let's see. Back to retro was the first one. Good morning, good morning. Lonnie, nice. Tim W. I love that the first comment is a thing now. That's pretty cool. Chantel, how you doing? Rosie Key, good morning, good morning. Hopefully you got your stuff, Rosie Key. I dropped it off the other day. Anthony, how you doing? Oh, Teresa Deller, good to see you, Teresa. The Mod Squad, good morning, Mod Squad. How you doing? It's early for them, like the rest of us. We're back to retros in the future. He has like 3 hours on all of us. But Charlie, good morning, good morning. Oh man, how you doing, Charlie? I'll try to get over and see you either today or tomorrow, man. I'll tell you about. I had quite the week, quite the long week. All right, guys. Yeah, bunch of people up in here. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Oh man, for all you locals, we had some drama this weekend, huh? Somebody ran into a T-Mobile, a Verizon, AT&T, what is it, Sprint tower, and we did not have internet, and we did not have phone for all weekend, like 3 days. It's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I like you know what? I like the sound of that better. 10 a.m. That's pretty. It's 10 a.m. That's, you know what? That's my morning show. 10 a.m. We start at 10 o'clock. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, well, I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, guys. So it was a crazy weekend down here. A lot of stuff going on. Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. A little late, but happy Mother's Day. I was gonna say congratulations. Congratulations. Happy Mother's Day. No. Hey. So I've been reorganizing the house yesterday. I'm tired, man. I was up most of the night doing laundry. You know, my ex-girlfriend used to complain. about how much laundry, how many T-shirts I had. I'm like, oh, you're crazy. Nah, it's not that many. I was doing all my laundry last night, putting it away. Yeah, I got a lot of damn T-shirts, man. I might have to go. She might have, you know what? She might have not been wrong on that one, but they're my shirts, damn it, and I'm keeping them. Um, but with all this reorganizing, happy late MILF Day. Oh, hey, if you guys didn't check out the Mod Squad this weekend, they had a great show. They did the Jelly Bean Challenge, Bamboozled. I unfortunately was supposed to join them, but I had stuff come up, guys. I had a crazy weekend. But life is back to normal now. I apologize to them over there. Hey, sorry I couldn't make it, guys. But they had a great time, man. They had a great time. Oh my God. Laughs were had over at Bean Boozled, guys. Check it out, man. It was a good time. We're gonna have to do some of it. Like, I'm gonna have to steal it from him. He's stealing my stuff back to retro. I'm gonna steal some of his, damn it. I want to show you guys this. So this is old. This is way old. I don't know how it came back around, if it fell out of something. It was so bad. What did Back to Retro tell me? Bandage. That's one of the flavors, was old bandage or something. What is that? Tastes like old infection. Oh, have you ever had a dog or an animal who had like a really bad? We had Penny Marshall was her name. Penny, awesome dog, one of the best dogs I ever. Well, Ozzy's in there sleeping. One of the best dogs I ever had, Penny Marshall. Don't steal. I don't steal. He borrows. All right, he borrows. Anyway, I was saying about Penny Marshall. The dog. Oh, we used to have the dog, and she had cancer in her hand, really bad, and it was, the infection would like seep out towards the end, and we'd put a sock on it and I'd wrap it so she wouldn't get messed with. And when you open it up and you would go to take off the sock and the bandage, you get that like infection smell. You guys know what I mean? Oh, is that what it tasted like? I twisted my stomach up just thinking of it. Old bandage, the liver and onions too. Oh, who likes liver in the house? I've never been able to be a liver guy. I deliver up there. I knew Anthony. I knew somebody. Um, the chalkiness, the texture of the liver when you cook it is just weird to me. And I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know why. It's not even like a gross thing. I think it's just like it's like an overcooked steak or something. And you don't want liver rare. Definitely don't want river rare. Oh, let me get a drink. You don't want yeah, you guys know. Not that jelly bean, not that jelly bean. It was bad. I love liver, but it was not liver. Hey, John, how's it doing? My mother loves liver. I've never tried it. I'm not into eating organs. Yeah, something about organs. Like, you just can't. Have you guys ever gone to like the dollar store and like 99 cent only store, those ones, and they have like the freezer section or like the grocery section, and they have it looks similar to the ground beef that you would buy in the cylinder over at like Safeway, Kroger's, whatever you got, all Piggly Wiggly, wherever you guys are shopping at. But in the dollar store, I remember one time we were, it was here in Needles. So there, we don't have a lot of, we don't have any grocery store here in Needles. At the time, we had a 99 cent only store, and I went into desperate for something for dinner, not having to run like the nearest grocery store where we are. It's probably like a 20-mile, 25-mile drive. Sometimes you don't feel like doing that, so I'm trying to get, what can I whip up? What can I do? And I go and I look at the cylinder of ground beef. I'm like, oh, I could do a lot with ground beef. Why is this so cheap? It's not, well, I guess technically it's ground, It was dirty dishwater was pretty bad too. Ooh. Technically, it's like the hearts, the liver, all that they ground into it and then they put into the cylinder. So be very careful when you're reading those ground beef cylinders at the dollar stores because they're hearts, lungs, and like a hot dog. You got like a hot dog in there. But I wanted to show this with you guys. I think it's still in such good shape because I taped the front for some reason. I think maybe the little thing came off. But check this out. This is when I was a kid. This is my official. Let me focus in on that. My official G.I. Joe membership card. Look at my horrible kid handwriting, trying to be all fancy. Check that out. Yeah, man, I've had this thing. God, what is it? I'm 47 now. I just had a birthday. I've had this thing almost 40 years, man. Woo! This GI Joe card. Let's read the statement of mission from the GI Joes, guys. All right, the statement of mission. This individual is a first-rank member of GI Joe Mobile Strike Force team, and from this day forward, will carefully and diligently discharge from all duties of a military soldier to defend America against the evil army of Cobra Command, an international paramilitary terrorist force which comes to conquer the world for its own selfish purposes. Ooh, they must defeat in order to preserve our American way of life. As a member of the G.I. Joe Mobile Strike Force team, the others that may be under my command and military obligation is to go anywhere and do anything to stop Cobra. I will become an expert in use of modern small arms, vehicles, and weapons systems. I use specialties trained in the latest techniques of warfare and strategy. The motto of G.I. Joe: duty, honor, courage. I will treat as top secret. Oh shit, I just told you guys. Damn it. All tactics, plans, and directions only divulge to fellow members that have proven trust, and I will obey the orders and directions which I shall receive from my superior officers according to the rules and regulations of the Defense Department. G.I. Joe, greatest American hero. And the more you know, guys. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. All right, guys. Let's get into a little something I like to call Today in History, guys. You know, we like to look back at today in history every once in a while to see what what our forefathers did in the past that maybe we can learn from and grow as human beings. All right. In 1988, guys, Soviet forces begin their withdrawal from Afghanistan. And then we come back, 10, 15 years later and pour in there again. Man, they didn't really get a break in Afghanistan, did they? 1975. Well, then now they have all their stuff, so yeah, I guess they got a break. The merchant ship, the Maguise, is recaptured from the Cambodians' Khmer Rouge. Sure. In 1972, Governor George Wallace is shot by Arthur Berman in Laurel, Maryland. In 1968, U.S. Marines relieve Army troops in Nai Hong, South Vietnam after a 14-day battle. 1963, the last Project Mercury spaceflight carrying Gordon Cooper is launched. 1958, Sputnik 3 is launched. 1943, the United States begins rationing gas. 1942, I mean. Remember that? I don't remember. I remember the history books. But yeah, man, straight up rationing gas. It got so bad. You're only allowed to go get gas on, like, if your social security number ended in a odd number, you could go on like Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Oh man, that's crazy. 1930, Jasper John Jr., painter, leader of the pop art movement, is born. Ellen Church becomes the first airline stewardess. In 1926, Peter Schaefer, English playwright, and twin brother of Anthony Schaefer, is born. I guess Anthony Schaefer would be born then too. um, Richard Avenden, photographer, is born in 1918. Henry Johnson and PFC Needham Roberts received Croix de Croix from their services of World War One, and they are first Americans to win the highest military medal. Oh, that's cool. And then in 1916, U.S. Marines land in Santo Domingo to quell civil disorder. Oh man, we're always getting our nose in business we don't belong in. That's what you could take away. 1977, 78 gas followed our expectant stickers. Yeah, that's great. Good morning, Baker. Baker, how you doing? Um, that's crazy to think about that. That there was a time you couldn't just go fill up your tank whenever you wanted, like straight up ration. It could be very soon again, man. Forearm hurts. Ever get one of those weird bruises? What happened to my background, man? What happened to my background, man? That's weird. There, there we go. That was weird. My dad said in the gas shortages of the 70s, he had two plates that he could change because he even had days where the odd number. Oh, so he had two plates. That's smart, man. That's really smart. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? Oh, that's genius. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Think about that. And gas was such a big part of our day to day. I mean, it still is, but I mean, I think now with different alternative. Good morning, Rosie. Producer Rosie is awake, guys. She got the big bed. Me and her had the big bed all to ourselves, so she's tired. She having a good day. And we went out for a ride last night. Rosie's been having a good day. She had a good day yesterday. Yeah. So guys, let's not repeat the past. There was a time last year, and I still wonder about it, with all this water stuff. I know we had a big winter. A lot of flooding going on right now, and let's not remember, man, it was 6 months ago that the Lake Mead was down to almost nothing, and Colorado River was starting to get um, rationed. I wonder if there's a time in the next few years that maybe it might be smart to have some barrels of water stashed somewhere. For real, man. You know, you don't really know until I think it might be one of those things where you just turn on the faucet one day and nothing comes out, and you're like, wait a minute. And then scientists will be like, oh, we got behind it too late, guys, sorry. And then what do you do? So go out and hoard the water, guys. No. Speaking of flooding and waters, real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show today, guys, it's illegal to collect rainwater. Yeah, that's stupid. I always thought that was stupid. Don't collect rainwater. Um, have you guys seen this in California? The snowpack was so big that it's coming down now as it melts, and there's so much freaking water coming down that is causing a new gold rush. The gold is coming down because of the overflow of water, and it's grabbing chunks of gold as it comes down, and it's causing a new gold rush, man. Be very, very interesting. Where's Parker Snobble down there when you need them? No, it'd be interesting to see, man. I love me some Gold Rush. That show. Don't know crap about mining. Couldn't freaking what is that called, to save my life? Couldn't do a pan to save my life, but Parker Snobble can, and I enjoy watching those guys. Those are good shows, those Gold Rush. I like them. I always have. I'm watching Parker's Trail now. I like it. What can I say? There was a guy who tried to make a dialysis machine, turned out to be one of the best and most cost efficient water filters. Wow. You never know when you're going to get like hit with that motivation or that, and that kind of shows, man, no matter what you got going on, you could always turn that situation that's negative into a positive. Be like, damn it, I can't get this dialysis machine to work, but look at this. It's called Brita. No, look at this water. Combustion engines for life. No diesel for me. Oh man. There was a guy who oh, I like your comment so much, Lonnie. I was reading it twice. Easy for me to say. All right, guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes. We got the craziest Hollywood paydays of all time. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, and I didn't forget, guys, we got the winner to announce at the end of the show of the Star-Lord. If you guys watched a Baked and Unboxed on Friday, everyone who hashtags, I think, GOG, got entered to win. It's not too late if you guys want to throw it up. Or actually, it is too late. I picked somebody already, so it is too late. But yeah, check that out, guys. We're going to be giving that away at the end of the show, but not before we get into the good, the bad, and the ugly of the biggest, highest paid actors of all time. So this good, the bad, the ugly is very simple. This is going to be for overall what they made off of a movie. So not just their straight salary, but if they got some off the top, if the movie was a success, you guys know how that is. So the good is going to be if they brought their big chunk of salary into it and made the movie better. That's the good. The bad is if they just kind of broke even, maybe the movie lost a little bit, it was blah. But then the ugly is because of their salary, it freaking made no money. It made no money. So that's going to be the good, the bad, the ugly today, guys. All right, let's get into it. First one up. Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. So they paid him $55 million for this, guys. I think it grossed well over $100 million just at the box office alone. And like I said, this is overall what he made off a DVD and all those kind of sales. So 55 million. I'm going to say this is the good, guys, especially on Stranger Tides. Without Captain Jack, man, that movie is just kind of a blah, uninteresting movie. Oh, it's producer Rosie time, guys. I'm going to do a video package of producer. Oh, my alarm's going off. Disarmed. All right, there you go, producer Rosie. Go do your thing. Yeah, so you know what? Definitely, man. On Stranger Tides was one of those ones too that without Captain Jack, you're just not. Go bathroom, Mama. Rosie, come on, let's go to the bathroom. Come on, let's go. No, all right. Have a seat. Soak up some sun. I hear you. I hear you. Oh man, Rosie let her out to go to the bathroom on Friday, and this freaking kid on a scooter was driving by, and Rosie went after him like, oh my God, I've never seen her little legs run that fast. This kid was screaming bloody murder. Oh man. It's actually pretty funny. He's going in circles and this bulldog is chasing him, but what a pain in the butt old Rosie was. Oh, she loves chasing her scooters and stuff, man. So yeah, back to Captain Jack, guys. Rosie, what do you think? You ready to come in? Or are you getting your son? You're all right. You can stay out there. Just don't go chasing anybody. It's too early in the morning. All right. Yeah, so you know what? Without Captain Jack, I don't think this movie makes what it would have otherwise. Actually, Teresa Deller won the Captain Jack Sparrow figure. How cool is that? Holding on to that green butt, telling myself, no, Connie, you don't. Yeah, man, cigarettes. Ooh, we got some people kicking cigarettes in here. Oh, man, God bless you guys. Hopefully, Rosie's tongue. Rosie the dog, I'm assuming, not Rose. Oh, Rosie, she's so silly. Rosie the dog, that is, guys. All right. Up next. So that one was a good. Jim Carrey as Carl Allen in Yes Man for $30 million. I'm going to say this is the bad. This movie did all right. It wasn't hurting. 30 million seems like a big chunk for what they made. Let me see what they made here. Let me see what they made. Yes, man. Oh, hey, get your butt in here. As soon as she barks at freaking shadows. She barks at everything. Rosie, don't be chasing. It's too early in the morning for me to be chasing. All right. All right. Come on, Rosie. What are you doing? Hey, come on. Let's come inside, mamas. Let's come inside. You tired? No, you look tired this morning. All right. Sorry, guys. Talking to the dog. Watch out, mamas. Come here. There you go. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna let's see. Yes, man. Box office gross is. Oh, it made. You know what? This is good. It made $2.2 million, $223 million. So I'm going to say this is the good, man. This paid off. A 30 million. Does it make it as much without Jim Carrey? I don't think it does. So yeah, that's the good. My mistake, guys. I thought 30 million, and I was like, woo, I'm a cheapskate. I'm a cheapskate. All right. Leonardo DiCaprio as Dom Cobb in Inception for 50 million. Yeah, this thing went on to make billions, guys. So definitely a good investment. I couldn't really see anyone else play in this role. Leonardo DiCaprio freaking crushed it, man. This was a great movie. Loved Inception. Great movie. Man, I might have to rewatch that on like Blu-ray on the newer TV. Yeah, great movie, man. Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan, 40 million. We all know how that went, guys. This is the good. Definitely the good on this one. Saving Private Ryan is one of the greatest war films of all time. One of the greatest films of all time. Really great concept about four brothers in World War II, I believe. Three of them die, and he's the last son, so they have to discharge him out of the military. And they bring in Tom Hanks's crew, his ragtag group of soldiers, and they go on a mission to find Matt Damon, who plays the guy. They get into a bunch of adventures in the meantime. Really great movie. Definitely worth the 40 billion or 40 million. They more than made their money back on that. uh, Sandra Bullock in Gravity, $70 million. Woo, man. Gravity box office. 70 million. It made 723 million. So you know what? I'm gonna call that. I mean, that's a hit. That's definitely a hit. I'm gonna call it the bad because they paid her. If they made, I mean, they still made what 10 times their money back after they paid her, but that's just her salary alone. Then you got to factor in everyone else's. You got to figure crew, cost to make the film. And if she was just 70 million, man. So I'm going to say they probably had a $200 million budget. So it made 723 million. So it made 500 million over, which is nothing to sneeze at. But in Hollywood, man, those $1 billion franchises, that's what they're looking for. That's why you're seeing remakes. That's why you're seeing sequels, because they want those $1 billion franchises, man. Man. All right. Oh, I'm gonna call this one the ugly, guys. I'm gonna see what this freaking. I don't think this movie made very much. I think it was. Yeah, you know what? Wasn't it? It was on Netflix, so it probably did another $30 million. They paid Marky Mark. Let me see. Spencer in Spencer Confidential. There is no box office, so I don't think you can really Spencer Confidential box office. There really is none. So we can look at the financial information. Um, Not a lot here. Video sales. Um, yeah, they do it weird for Netflix, but yeah, I'm gonna say this movie sucked. I don't know if you guys like this movie. This movie was a big flop, and the fact that Netflix paid this dude 30 million, um, blows my mind. You know, that's something we. How many subscribers does Netflix have? And then times that by what 15 average, and then see what how much they're making a month over there. Um, Crazy. Will Smith as Agent J in Men in Black 3. Now, I'm assuming this was a massive, massive hit at the time. Maybe now, not so much. But yeah, to get Will Smith, especially at this stage of his career, yeah, you needed to have some deep pockets. Makes you wonder um, how much his other movies he's making, man. Um, or he was, not so more. So it made 700 million, and it paid him 100 million. So I'm gonna say the bad. This is medium ground, guys. I don't want to pay one actor $100 million and only gross 700 million, because then you probably again probably made about 500 million, give or take. But I know that sounds like a lot, but is it? Like, I don't know. You got a lot of people to pay. I don't know. All right, up next, guys. Will Smith as Richard Williams in King Richard, 40 million. So this he took a pay cut for this to this was a role that he thought was going to win him an Oscar, and it did. And then it also ruined his career that moment. Don't you ever say my wife's name in your mouth again. Don't you ever do it. That's a horrible accent. Sorry, guys. Hopefully that wasn't racist. um, but man, yeah. So I don't know. He won an Oscar. It was a pretty big hit movie on Apple TV. It's hard to gauge, but I 40 million. I think they did all right. I think they did all right. All right, Emma Stone as Maya in La La Land. 26 million, guys. I'm going to say this is a hit. This movie was a big, big smash hit. Won a lot of awards. God damn, she's pale in that picture. All those girls are pale, man. But her even more so with that blue dress, especially. Um, yeah, man, this thing won all sorts of Academy Awards, Golden Globes, you name it, it won it. Um, Yeah. So definitely a win for this one. This is the good guys. I've never seen La La Land. I'm not a musical kind of guy, but maybe, just maybe, I'll watch it someday. All right. Up next, we got Daniel Craig as Bennett Black in Knives Out and the sequels. He made 100 million, 50 per movie. I think these did pretty well. They made a second one, so pretty sure. I've seen both of them. They're pretty good. They're not bad. Knives Out 2 box office. The Glass Onion was oh Knives Out made. Ooh, that's not gonna be good. That can't be right. It says Glass Onion 2 only made $15 million, but Knives Out, the first one, made 300 million. So was this? I gotta see this. I gotta read more about this Glass Onion, guys. Um, Yeah, I think that's a very disappointment from what they're said when I'm reading. Yeah, so that's the ugly, man. You pay this dude 50 million and you only make 15 back. I'm sure they made some money off of Netflix and that, but man. And from um what I heard was, ooh, I just give you is that oh man, give you guys sneak peeks here. What's coming? Oh my god. Um Yeah, from what I understand too, is that Netflix is not the greatest paying unless you have like a. I'm sure Knives Out did all right, but if you have just a movie, a standard movie, and you're not like a blockbuster, it's hard to make any money. Like they say, Netflix is the last place that you should go to sell your movie. That's how low they pay. So you got to think too. So they did all right, but I mean, oof, lost a lot of money. Lost a lot of money on that. All right, guys, who didn't lose a lot of money? Tom Cruise as Pete Gun Maverick and Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, this movie made so much money. 100 million to him, nothing. That's just a freaking drop in the bucket. um, yeah, this movie made so much money, guys. Great hit. Couldn't have done it without freaking Tom Cruise. Think of him however you want. Great actor. He brings the box office, man. Um, yeah, whether you like him or not, he does, man. He brings the box office, and movies are fun. Movies are fun sometimes. All right, Keanu Reeves is Neo in the Matrix trilogy. Keanu made 250 million, 83 million per movie. Yeah, this is the good guys. This is the really good. That first Matrix movie, man, that thing was raw. That thing was. I'm not gonna say it wasn't low budget by any means, but like it did come in. Like I guess the animation and the special effects, probably cost a lot back then. But I mean, as far as like blockbusters go, I don't know if they thought the Matrix was gonna be as big as it was, man. Obviously, the writers didn't because they had no plan for two or three after one. Yeah, so yeah, nice little payday. Nice little payday for Keanu Reeves there. Probably, what do you think he made more off of Matrix or John Wick? Wonder what that is. Jack Nicholson as the Joker in Batman, the OG, 89. $50 million he received from that, guys. At that time, that was a lot of freaking money, too. Still is, but I mean, even more so back then. Big payday for old Jack. You know what, man? The first movie, Joker, you had to have someone big. You had to have probably the most freaking respected actor of his generation at that time. Jack Nicholson, yeah, you had to be like, man, you had to have him as the Joker. Anyone else? I don't know. I don't know. The first Batman movie, the most important one, the one that set it all off, man. Could have anyone else been up for or done a Joker? Um, who else was up for the Joker in Batman 89? All right, let's see. Robin Williams. Now um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I can see it. I guess I can see it. Um, Brad Dwarf. What the hell? For voiceover in Chucky. Okay, Tim Burton's Batman is a memorable version of the Dark Knight for its gothic style and Austin Jack Nicholson's performance as Jack Nieper, aka the Joker. But Jack Nicholson wasn't the only actor considered when Warner Brothers was looking for one to play the iconic DC villains. Back in '89, Tim Burton decided to bring his style to Gotham City with the film simply titled Batman, introducing Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Film followed Batman. You guys all know that. Okay, so Robin Williams almost played the Joker. He had a tough relationship with the Batman universe. He campaigned hard for the role of the Joker in Batman and accepted it, but the studio's top choice had been Jack Nicholson since 1980. Nicholson wasn't that interested, and the producers approached him again and told Williams would take the role if he didn't. He finally agreed, and Robin Williams was understandably upset for how he was used and demanded an apology for the studio. Aside from particularly um, uncomfortable moment, other actors were also considered for the role. Brad Dourif, best known for voicing Chucky in the Child's Play, but was rejected by Warner. Ray Liotta was offered the role of Harvey Dent, Bruce Wayne, and the Joker, but decided to play Henry Hill in Goodfellas. Wow. Don't know why I stuttered on that. Wow. I couldn't, you know what? I can't see Ray Liotta doing that. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Batman was visualized as a comedy, very much like the TV series with Adam West, and Tim Curry was the studio's first option to play the Joker. Otherwise, the noted names in contention were David Bowie, John Lithgow, and James Woods. Wow. What do you guys know about that? What do you guys know about that? Hey, Merlin, how you doing? Hey guys, check over Merlin's public media talking shit. We flipped the script. I talk shit to Mike Means. That's right. Or he talks shit to me. One of the two. But check it out, guys. Great interview. Learned a lot about his background, a lot about his passion for music, for film, for art, guys. So make sure you're checking that out. Denzel Washington as Joe Deacon in The Little Things, $40 million. Denzel comes with a price tag, man. This was a decent movie. Again, I believe this was an Apple TV or HBO Max movie. So it's really no way of telling what it made. I think it would have made 100 million, 150 million maybe. Yeah, so they did all right. Well, I don't know. Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump and Forrest Gump. I'm going to say they did all right with this one, guys. Yeah, Tom Hanks, he made them a little bit of money off of this movie. 60 million, that's a good payday, man. This was his big breakout, too. He had like those comedic roles. What is it? Bosom Buddies. Um, Joe versus the volcano, the Burbs, and then Forrest Gump, and you're like, what? Tom Hanks is doing this? And oh man, talk about propelling you to the next level of success, man. Ooh, I think the Forrest Gump crew did pretty good for themselves. All right, guys. Now the ugly. Finally, we're getting into ugly. Cameron Diaz as Elizabeth Hazley in Bad Teacher. Now I can't imagine this Bad Teacher made a ton of money. Bad Teacher box office. Let's see, $216 million. Damn. And she made 42 million of it. I'm going to say ugly on this one, guys. So she got a quarter of the revenue. Yeah, about a quarter of the revenue off of the film. Yeah, I would say that's the ugly, guys. Definitely decent amount of money made. Just man, that's a lot of money to pay Cameron Diaz. All right, guys. Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark and Iron Man in Avengers Infinity War. $75 million. Yeah, man, he was able to work his deal like no one else could. Yeah, you know what? They did just fine. They did just fine with their payouts, man. Let's be honest. Yeah, they did. They're Disney is sitting in the vault right now counting their money. They did just fine. They do not worry about paying Robert Downey Jr. 75 million to come back and die ultimately. All right, Leonardo DiCaprio as Randall Mindy in Don't Look Up. I am not familiar with this movie. Let me check this out. Don't Look Up box office. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, so this movie made 700 $91,000. Ooh, this is the ugly. And they paid him $30 million. Now I'm sure there's some kind of Netflix kickback and that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't see them making their money back at all. And just to have Leonardo DiCaprio in your movie, I get it, man. I get it. You probably wouldn't have made the 700 grand without him. But man, talk about horrible. Yeah, I'd never seen it. It was a bad movie, Charlie. Um, Yeah, no, so I wrote and directed a movie called Dream Date. I don't know, about 10 years ago, and it starred Danny Trejo. He made a cameo, came through. We could only afford him for about 3 hours. Great guy, man, so cool. The fact that he even did it speaks volumes. And he came in. He was there about 3 hours. We shot our scenes. We did it all good. And then the idea over something like that, when you're like mix in a star with your homebrew actors, is that the star's name will then bring in new people. And um, and so that's, I think, probably what Leonardo. Who could have played this role? Hey, Charlie, what do you think? Who could have played this role other than Leo? Save them a couple of bucks. Who's like a poor man's Leo? We got like a Chris Pine, or who's the one guy who's the Chris Pine watered down version. I can't think of his name. In that movie Sex Drive. Uh, yeah, but yeah, I'm sure there was somebody, a decent actor they could have got for not quite that price. All right, guys. Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator in Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. 30 million. I'm sure this movie did pretty good. The Terminator movie. Let's be honest. I think it did just fine. It made 433 million, which isn't a lot for a Terminator movie. And considering they paid him 30 million. Wow. I'm going to say this is the bad, not the ugly. This is just the bad right now. All right, Leonardo DiCaprio as Ernest Burkhart in Killer of the Flower Moon. Again, 30 million. I've never seen this. I'm going to say, again, probably just for name value, they went ahead and got him. It's a lot of money, man. All right, go, man. Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, say what you want about this movie, guys. I'm going to see what it did box office right now. I'm sure it did just fine. It's an Indiana Jones movie. By no means, it got horrible. Wow, 79 mil or $790 million. So right under 800 million. They paid him 65. Yeah, I think they did all right. I'm just gonna say this is the good. Oh, this is the bad. So this is about medium. 65 million. Probably spent about 200 million, so they made about 500. That 500 million mark. No worries, Mike. Have a good day, man. That 500 million mark seems like that's maybe the studio sweet spot. Like maybe that's where they want to make it. Okay, guys, The Ugly. Adam Sandler and his Netflix movies. 250 million for 4 movies. Now, if we're talking hidden gems, I can get behind that. But if we're talking Jack and Sally or Jack and Jill, whatever that one where he plays his twin sister, or those kind of movies, I can't get behind that. Murder Mystery. Oh man, that's a fail to me, guys. Especially Murder Mystery. You got his 62 million. What's Jennifer Aniston getting? Oh man, so you're probably 100 million at least just in salary alone. Ooh, man, a lot of money out there in Hollywood. All right, The Ugly, guys. I'm going to say Will Smith as Peter in Emancipation. So they paid him 35 million, and this movie did not make a freaking fraction of that. You almost feel bad for the director and the writer. Like, could you imagine you got this great movie, man? You got a script that you really believe in. It's about a slave, one of the first slaves captured on film, then his scars, and it's, great, great. Black Lives Matter. Everything's clicking. Let's do this. And oh man, Will Smith, he's signing on. Holy shit, this movie's gonna be epic. And then Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. Will Smith basically gets canceled, but you have a movie with Will Smith, and yeah, it didn't get no love, guys. It didn't get no love whatsoever. That was a big, big swing and a miss. Horrible how it was it's like an award piece. Like it was made to like screen at Golden Globes and um Academy Awards. So yeah, it's like a fluff piece. I wouldn't say fluff piece. It deals with some hardcore slave, stuff. But yeah, it was made to win awards, which I don't think it did. Definitely not an Academy Award. So yeah, you got to feel bad for those guys, man. You put your love, blood and sweat into those movies, those scripts, and then to see it all play out with the number one actor, you're like, oh my God, it's Will Smith. And then crickets. Just crickets. All right, guys. Ryan Reynolds in Six Underground, 27 million. I'm going to say this is an ugly. It was, I don't know, Michael Bay. It wasn't that great of a movie. It was okay. About six billionaires who turned vigilante. It's interesting. I don't know if it's pay Ryan Reynolds $27 million interesting, but it's interesting. I'm going to say that's a bad. That's in the middle ground. Oh man, Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, again, man, these characters that Johnny Depp brings to life, I don't think anyone else could quite do it, not do it as well as he does it. We all know, man, Disney has some deep pockets. Alice in Wonderland, come on. Yeah, it's all good. They made a crap ton of money off that movie. All right, what else we got here? The Rock in Red One, guys. What is Red One? He made 50 million for it. I don't think I know what Red One is. I have a camera of the Red One, very vintage. Red One box office. Red One, directed by it's Chris Evans. Oh, I kind of remember this movie. It's Chris Evans, Dwayne Johnson, J.K. Simmons, Bonnie Hunt, Lucy Liu, Nick Kroll. What is this movie about? Plot is under wraps. Oh, well, that's nice to know. Yeah, so Red One. Ga. Oh, that's a different song. Um, Red One film is an upcoming American action figure Christmas film. Oh, so this movie isn't even out yet. Looks like it's coming out. So we can't say if it's good, bad, or ugly because we don't know what it does in the box office. And The Rock, man, he demands a lot of money, guys. And then last but not least, we had the Mad Hatter, guys. Yeah, so those were your epic, good, the bad, the ugly when it comes to Hollywood salary, guys. Man, who would have thought some of those guys make what they make? Woo, Johnny Depp, well deserved. What do you guys think? What am I missing any? Blow up those comments. Let me know. What do you guys think of Jack Nicholson? Do you think Robin Williams would have played the Joker just as well, better, or not even touch Jack Nicholson? I don't know. Robin Williams was so talented, man. And then what if they would have went with a nobody, a voice actor? How would have that played out? Like I said, I think you needed someone big for the Joker right off the bat. I went to go see this new cool cop movie with The Rock and Samuel Jackson, and they jumped off the building in the first 5 minutes. Oh, that was a good movie. I forget what the other guys, Will Smith and not Will Smith, what's his name, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. It's a great movie, man. But yeah, Samuel Jackson and The Rock just done first 10 minutes. They're like, nope, you're done. Oh man. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I think I don't know. I'm hung on if Robin Williams would be better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like without knowing what he would have put into that performance, it's almost impossible to tell because but he was so talented, and he was really firing on all cylinders in '89 too, man. And obviously he wanted it really bad. Yeah. Crazy. What would you guys have thought of Robin Williams as the Riddler? That would have been something different, right? Instead they went with Jim Carrey, which I think Jim Carrey did a great Riddler. Yeah, I like Jim Carrey's Riddler. Definitely, I like that one. What do you guys think of Arnold's Mr. Freeze? I know we're going up in the other movies, but I didn't hate on Mr. Freeze. As far as Arnold's roles go, too, I think that's kind of an in-depth character. Death of his wife. You're an evil villain. You're freezing people because you were, an experiment and all this craziness. I like that for Arnold, man. I think that's a pretty good one. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. G.I. Joe, the greatest American hero, is calling me. I have access to all the information now since I found my membership card of 40 years ago. So maybe 35. I don't want to date myself that much. All right, guys. So 35 years ago, man, this thing's in great shape. All right, I'm going to do, I know he was a bad guy, but still, we're talking roles. If he was good, I think Lonnie just got me. All right, guys, your official rich kid card. the freaking mail in a stamp envelope with my rich kid card. That's funny. Get in on these giveaways, guys. Exorcist tomorrow. We're giving away the Exorcist. Oh, before I forget, I am going. Where did I put that? All right, guys. The official winner of the Guardians of the Galaxy Funko Pop from Friday, guys, is going to be, drum roll please, broom, 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 is Tim W. What? Tim W. Came in late, threw up some gokes, and he won. I haven't done it yet. I'll do it today. I haven't dwelled into it. I've been having a hell of a week. I meant to do it on Tuesday, but kind of got a bomb dropped on me on Tuesday, and my mind's been elsewhere. I'll do it today at the 420 show. Yeah, we'll do it on the 420 show. All right, guys, I am out of here. I'm gonna freaking maybe go take a nap, smoke a bowl, and take a good nap. Is what I need, or maybe finish cleaning the house up. A lot of t-shirts to fold. My God, a lot of t-shirts to fold. Who would have known? Let me see what this looks like real quick, guys. Oh, there it goes. I guess it doesn't look bad. Working on a new for the 420 show and seeing what that looks like. All right. I'm over it, guys. I'm over it. All right. Appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to get out of here. Rosie the dog still needs to go pee. So we're out of here, guys. I will see you at 420. We will be doing the Roach game. Let me grab another notepad here. I'm going to write it down right now, guys. I'm getting fancy. I'm leaving myself notes. On that note, guys, boom, boom, bing. I'll see you at 420.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.